Good evening, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening, guys. You're welcome to my live. Yeah, hello, yeah, hello, yeah, hello. I'm going to try and make this live as comprehensive as possible.
Bluetooth mode.
Please share this live. This live is a quick live. I'm going to try and, like I said, make this live as comprehensive as possible. Please open your ears. Please listen to me. I made a post earlier today saying that we have a lot of other life forms on this earth. We are not alone on earth. There are plenty other things on this earth. Yaba! Look at turn the fan off. It's really distracting me. Turn the fan off for me. It's distracting me. I'm live.
Oh, yeah, there's so much breeze.
And then you can crack this window for me if you can. As I was saying, guys, you're sorry. How they call it? The sound from the fan here, it was too much for me. But anyways, this girl that died, there's a lot of things I picked up from her. I believe she was seeing things. And y'all know, in this country, in this day and age, the moment you start seeing things, they will put mental health issue behind you. And yes, the people that will put mental health issue behind you, they may be right, because if you are seeing what other people are not seeing, you are not like every normal person. If you are hearing what other normal people are not hearing, you are not like every other normal person. Thank you, Rena. And so this girl, she was hearing things. She was not like every other normal person. She was seeing things and she was hearing things, and I think she just didn't know. She just did not know how to channel the things she was hearing, and she couldn't find her tribe. In this life, it is very important to find either a tribe like you, which means you people are of the same caliber, or you find somebody that understands your kind of person. In the case of this girl, she did not have such people around her. She did not have people around her that understood her. She did not have people around her that, you know, that were like her. I will play this video for you guys to see. Let me play this video for you guys to listen to. And I'll tell you what I picked up from the video. This live, I'm really trying for this live to be very short, because I want to go. Like I said, guys, please share this live. Share this live, please. Please share this live. I don't want to say the things I want to say and then I have to repeat myself. Yapa! Yapa!
Yes, ma'am.
Give me this.
This back.
Thank you. I want my order food from it.
Dad, you don't feel cold, you're gonna get sick.
I feel cold. When I ask you for money, it's because all these things wet. I wanted to go buy one blanket to sleep under the dollar store. All my blanket wet. That's why I said, let me ask you for small blanket.
Dollar General.
This is this girl explaining her story as she, you know, the reason why she was sleeping under the tree, sleeping in the cold. She's feeling cold, but she just has to sleep under the tree. And she's telling her friend, she's asking her friend for money to go buy blankets. The first thing I want you guys to know, before somebody say they brave to go sleep outside, to go sleep under the tree in the cold, it means they seeing other people sleeping there. Nobody will get up and go lay down under the tree outside the house where everybody inside the house. It's because they are seeing other beings, not human beings now, but they are seeing other beings under the tree. And those beings are compelling them to come. Today, I will pass beside what I think is the origin of mental health illness. Mental health illness by itself, it not get, you know how they call it, it not get reason. There is no, a lot of people say maybe you can get it, it is triggered by trauma. A lot of people think it's genetic. There are different schools of thoughts. Hi Ashley, how are you? There are different schools of thoughts. So I'll be explaining what I think causes mental health illness. Oyinbo people say like mental health illness, but we'll be looking into it. Let's listen to what this girl was telling her friend. While I do not approve of this girl recording her friend, but I think this girl was really afraid of the things her friend was saying, and so she was moved to record her friend. We'll come back to why she recorded her friend, why she didn't record her friend later.
Oh, that's true.
But let's go into the recording. You please listen. Like I said, please share the live, invite people to watch, so I don't have to start from scratch when other people come late. Please, I beg you guys.
They got Dollar General here. They
play
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not far from there. Yeah, where I wanted to go buy something to sleep because it rains too
The
much.
dollar store in Presto or in Leviton. Oh, my body is.
Presto.
Oh.
Not far from my old house.
Oh, because do you go to your own house to talk to? They can see you. You know, they not see you before.
They saw me. They didn't make me up.
Oh, but you saw them.
No, they saw me, but they didn't make me up. For these things, right?
Mm-hmm.
The one that are fighting me, it's like they use you to insult me right now because they are spirit.
It's scary, sis.
Why?
So you can hear her. Hi, Matu. Welcome, Matu. You can hear her admitting to her friend that she sees spirits. At this point, she even knows what her problem is when she agrees and tells her friend that she is seeing spirits. She says spirits. But this is what she says, and I want you guys to mark this statement. She said they are spirits and they can influence you to do what they want you to do. She's even telling her friend, they can even make you to start cursing me, which means they have that compelling spirit. They have that compelling force because they are spirits.
They took me from the job. I was working.
Oh, they don't want me to lose the job. Why you pass out?
Yeah, they didn't want to.
So they embarrassing you everywhere you go.
Yeah,
So the casino you failed it last time. They didn't want you to compete going to the casino.
They made me do it too.
Oh, so they can make you pass out.
They don't want me to pull me outside.
Wow. So they're causing that you are in LA. They don't want me. They can pull you out.
They don't want me to get there. I took night and all. Because, you know, when you are spirit, you can put words in human being mouth and they will say it. You can control it.
Wow.
Yes.
So they can make people think against you.
They can make people think against you. That's what happening. I can't get a job. I can't do nothing. Sometimes, the way I start for a couple of days, they don't help me for me to ask you for money to help because they know you.
They know me.
Yeah, so I asked your friend story.
Oh, they don't want me.
What this girl experiencing? You're hearing her? These spirits know everybody, and they the one said to her, say, let's ask your friend Tony. I want you guys to pick up. At this point, the thing that is talking to this girl, has already identified itself with her. This thing is now a part of her. They think telling the girl say, telling the Sonny say, let's ask your friend Tony. Let's ask. This, whatever was talking through her, has come to this point where they are seeing that they are, the spirit and this girl, they are in collaboration. So the spirit telling the girl, let's ask your friend Tony. Hi Marata, welcome. They think telling the girl, let's ask your friend. They think say, go ask your friend Tony. They think say, let's ask your friend Tony. Which means even if you want to do it, we'll make you do it. This girl started seeing the thing, experiencing the people long time. Now not today it started. She has gotten used to communicating with them, to listening to them, to hearing from them. She was not Saka. She knew exactly what she was seeing. The reason why it looked like she was Saka to you, to me, is because we're not seeing it. I won't give an example. Hey, you know, in Liberia, I know about the dog there in America, but the dog there in Liberia. And y'all know the dog there. Soon they see different, you see they see something, they can start barking. So now somebody pass, the dog will start barking. Thank you, Martha. Sometimes people pass, the dog will just start barking. Whoa, 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 whoa. You, the owner of the dog, you're not seeing it, but the dog barking. You even say, "What with that crazy dog? The dog just barking," but you don't know what the dog seeing that making the dog to bark. Now, because that dog, we can just say, shut up, man, and we ignore it. The dog cannot express what they are seeing. Good evening, Linda. Yes, Henrietta, you are right. Thank you for the stars. Mawata, thank you for the stars. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you all. The dog. Thank you, Sia. Thank you so much. Thank you plenty. God bless you all. The dog can see it, but we humans cannot see it. So, because the dog cannot communicate with us in the language that we understand, we don't bother to ask the dog. But for Sonny or other humans, they can communicate with us in the language that we understand. So they will tell you things like, I see one man, he walking on his head. He walking with 3 foot. Where? Let a man there. You looking in that direction, but you're not seeing it. Then you will say, but the person getting crazy. If you're able to call 4 or 5 other people, they stand, they're not seeing it, but only they get seeing it. that how people can conclude say the other person crazy because only her seeing what other people are not seeing. The thing happening in our world today, majority carry the vote. Anything group of people are doing that few or less people are not doing, those few people seem abnormal from the group, from the large group. Are they abnormal in a bad way? Not necessarily. I want us to listen to this girl keenly. That things
to ask people.
That key things I will bring out, and you will understand what this girl was really going through. That she didn't find somebody who understood what she was saying, and then I will go into how I think she contacted this whatever was speaking through her. You listen.
Yes, not me myself.
Now yourself can be begging for the money.
No.
So the picture that they say you used to be sending, that cat picture that they don't want you to tell you to send it.
Let me tell you, they take over my phone
System.
right?
So the taxi can be texting all that. They don't want to be doing the texting. Yeah, boss out on the phone. Close the door.
So they want, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they want making me call.
They don't want making you text me, Anna, because KP said you text her the last time, but she didn't have money.
Yeah, I text her. They don't want me text. They know who are, but they know everybody in the, they know where you now.
Mm-hmm. So they know everything about me?
They know everything about you because they are spirit. That's a blessing. When you're in the other world, you come to your family. Everyone your
So what
family.
you all they told you about me?
No, you will live together in the afterlife because let's just say,
when she mentioned afterlife, then I knew that those spirits really communicating with her. Yeah, this is the first, with the exception of me. I know after the live, you will say, "Oh, Jessica get mental health issue too." No problem. This is the only person I have seen in the Liberian community that know about afterlife. For me, I ain't see afterlife before, but I have read, I have listened to people who had near-death experiences and their explanation about afterlife. I can practically tell you, and most of the things she was saying, I won't lie to you, I resonated with it. That's why, oh wait, I understand this girl. I really wish she didn't take her own life. I would have loved to talk to her. I wish she didn't buy herself. I would have, loved to talk to her, to hear from her, because I kind of understand where she's coming from. I didn't say I know what she went through. I said I have an idea. I kind of know. I know what she went through. I know how she was sleeping under. But based on what she's saying, I can tell. Please, people, don't insult me under my life. People, don't get disrespectful under here. You get disrespectful, I block you. You're free to come here, state your opinion. You don't have to agree with me. I am still learning myself. You can learn from me, I can learn from you. But do not insult me here. I beg you, Mama. Next time I may not say it so nicely.
happy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You and myself connected. On earth we may not have it,
Mm-hmm.
but in the next world that we get going.
So the confusion you myself.
You hear her? On earth we may not have it, but where we going, there are riches there. I beg you, the Christian that can go to church, isn't that what your pastor tells you all the time? That there are riches in glory, there are riches in heaven. Heaven is paved with streets of gold. This is exactly what this girl is explaining. And you're saying she know what she was saying. She know exactly what she was saying. It was just scary in the way that she was saying it. This girl, She actually got hair. But you know what happened to her? Her spirit opened up to dark energies. Her spirit opened up to dark energies. Those dark energies were causing her to be afraid and causing her to act abnormal. If the energies she got in contact with, if those spirits she encountered, they were good spirits, those spirits were going to explain to her, and they were never going to make her act abnormally. They are not going to make her to be sleeping under the tree. They are going to set her down to explain to her. But those spirits did not mean well for her. They were spirits of very negative and low frequencies. That's why she ended up taking her life. First of all, if those spirits were good spirits, they were going to tell her it is wrong for you to take your life. Somebody said, how do I order the cup? Let me drop my, how they call it, my number here.
Also, Mayflower.
So you can inbox me. I won't put my number down so you can, how they call it, chat me up on my WhatsApp, and I will respond to you. Please, all businesses, please, I beg you, inbox me. I don't want, they say I'm talking is very sensitive. I don't want to be distracted, please. As I was saying, the particular, I just put my number there. The particular, do you think she did something to have those spirits attached to her? Thank you very much. Thank you for your question. Number one, she may have eaten a psychedelic. They get something they can eat that opens up your spirit. She may have eaten that. Or she may have come in contact with them at a particular time of the day, the month, the year, where the veil between this material world and the spiritual world is open. Let me explain it again. They think I'm talking, it will sound like French. I understand how delicate it is. So I will take my time to talk softly. There were where we're living in, me canto de colloqua. We get the material world on this earth and the immaterial world. The material world where I can see human being living in it, and the immaterial world where I can see a human being not living in it. There are certain days, months, weeks. There are certain particular time, strategic time, thank you, Sia, where the veil, the veil between the physical world, the material world, and the spiritual world, the immaterial world, that veil can be open. When that veil is open, anything you catch in between there, that your work out with them. I repeat, there are times when the material world we live in, that we know, the one we can touch, feel things, and the immaterial world, there is a veil that separates them. That veil, you happen to, certain people can just contact extraterrestrials, aliens at that time. Now, one reason why you must always keep your vibration high, your frequency must always be high, is because when your vibration is high, somebody say I'm not strong for that kind of topic. That's the reason why I don't want to talk about this topic. But this girl, right? her death, I feel like it brought something. It has brought something that we need to talk about. We need to have this conversation. We cannot live on a mad course. We need to talk about these things. Somebody say I'm not strong. Especially those who love going out at night. Thank you. When the veil is either open or at its thinnest, the one that are there, they can jump outside. We that there, yeah, we can jump inside. At that time, where the veil is thin, anything you catch, any spirit you catch, hello, if for you, yeah, that's why you need to be careful. You need to be careful. This world we living in, there are too many things around us. So now, apart from her contacting it, there are other people in this world that can just see it. Example, most of you are Christians. You have been to churches. You have seen some men of God that will see a woman walk in and say, oh, you woman, somebody came in here with you. The person walking with their hair. You think how that man saw it? The so-called pastor. He saw it because his eyes are open. He can see things. But because he's channeling it, right? Channeling matters. Because that pastor channeling it in a positive way, it's difficult for him to get possessed by the things he is seeing. I am going to go to the letter she wrote, and I will tell you, you guys will see. Second, the way she describes certain extraterrestrial beings. The thing I make it now the window. Yeah, Paolo. Please can close the window. Yeah, I open the window for breeze to kind of but the breeze touching the window blind, so it making noise in the live. And I already discussing scary topic, so the people scary. Oh no, they light too much on my eyes. The person and the ghost. Okay, it's enough like that. Thank you. Close the window. Small. It's enough. It's enough. Thank you.
It's enough.
Yeah, it's enough. Somebody say, I'm so happy you brought this topic up today. Thank you so much, Matsu. These are topics we need to be discussing. As I was saying, there are people who are naturally gifted and can see. Or spirit making noise. Just stop it. There are people, and I believe that this girl, she was naturally gifted. She could see. But what happened? These things she started seeing, they started to take possession of her. If you read the thing this girl wrote, this girl is a very smart girl. This girl can pass as somebody who has extra abilities. Look at her write-up. Look at her write-up. She really wrote well. That's to show you this girl can normally see, but the way in which those entities took control of her, they didn't mean well for her. I repeat, angels and demons. I do not want you guys to think angels are beautiful, demons are ugly. Demons, angels, all of them look alike. Don't think angels are some kind of wild bird standing doing like this. That lie. The cherubims, the seraphims, their feet like fire, their hair, it got 6 horns, 7 horns. They are not the most attractive kind of people. That is why the first time you encounter angels, your first reaction would be to be afraid. afraid. You will exhibit fear. The difference between angel and demon, when you come in contact with an angel, the angel will tell you, do not be afraid. Because they know that they look fearful. And their intention is not to cause you to be afraid. Their intention is to pass a message onto you that will be beneficial to you or beneficial to other people. Look throughout the Bible. I haven't read the Quran like that, so I can't see. But every time the angel appeared, when they appeared to Mary and she trimmed her, what did the angel say? Do not be afraid. Every time you come in contact with an angel, they will always tell you, do not be afraid, because they say no. They're looking like fear itself. But you see, demons will always want to induce you with fear. They want you to be afraid. They want you to operate in fear. They want you to operate in scariness. When you meet an angel and you try to fall down to your feet and bow before the angel, they will tell you, do not bow before me. Only God should be worshipped. But you see, demon, when you bow before him, he will take it because he's a rogue. I'm just saying, I'm talking about positive energies and negative energies. Now let's replace the word angel with positive spirits, positive energies, and replace the word demons with negative energies and negative spirits. So henceforth, we'll be talking about positive spirits, positive energies, meaning angels, and we'll be talking about negative energies, negative spirits, meaning demons. Let's listen to the girl again. Plenty sense in what she said. And I feel like her death is going to be an eye-opener. First of all, if you guys don't understand anything I'm saying here, you at least understand that. As I'm looking out my window, even though I'm not seeing anything around here, it doesn't mean there are no, there's nobody here. There are things outside here. And I cannot see it because me and I get eye.
Okay.
Somebody said, I'm going to drink liquor to listen to this live. Not for me to be scared. I'll be back. I will explain it. Can you go straight to the point? No, Mama, I cannot go straight to the point. Please. What I'm saying to you took years of study. What I'm saying to you took years of study. You cannot expect me. The thing I've learned, I've read, I've listened to, I've followed people who talk about it since 2018. You don't expect me to break it down to you in 1 minute. Before you come to the understanding that I have, you have to spend as much time on this topic. That's the reason why I'm not going too deep. I'm just staying on the surface with you. I'm not going deep. Because if I go deep tomorrow, I will just see my own picture on Facebook. My people, you know that Jessica get mental health issue too. Jessica crazy too. And I don't want to be labeled as crazy. So I'm not going deep. I'm staying on the very surface. I'm not deep. I'm not deep. There are spirit entities everywhere. I'm looking outside my house now. I'm seeing nothing. Doesn't mean there are nothing outside. Plenty things there outside yet. Plenty things there outside yet.
My family are very, 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 very rich.
So on our side, you're rich.
Very rich.
Wow. You got a child there on our side? You got a dream? I dream you had a child in us.
The main point here is not that them stupid dream they can be having.
No, I'm talking about you didn't born on earth. You didn't.
Did you hear her? When her friend was asking her, you get child there, you born there, what did she say? She said, not like that stupid dream that we can be having you. The girl was clear. She said, no, not like that stupid dream that we can be having. Not like this stupid dream that we can be having. She not talking about the one where you can go sleep. You see one boy running behind you. He slap you. You slap him. He knife your butt. Then you eat something. No. What she was talking about right here is a soul group. It's a soul group. Each and every one of us have a soul group. Your soul group is your family. There you go. They're not ready for the conversation. Like I said, I'll try to stay on the surface. I'll try to stay on the very surface. The topic, Erica, is about this girl and the spirit entities she encountered and what the spirit entities started making her do. And people thought she was crazy, and she was exhibiting signs of being crazy until she took her own life. But a friend of hers was able to record her. She had called her friend that day. So one thing I want you guys to know is this girl left her job. She started sleeping under the tree. She called her friend to ask her friend for money to buy blanket because the blanket she was using was wet. That's how you know the evil spirit and the good spirit. If those spirits she came in contact with were good spirits, they were going to compel her to go back inside and go and lay down and sleep. Hello? The reason why she was sleeping outside under the tree is because there were people also sleeping outside under the tree. If she didn't see people sleeping outside under the tree, she was never going to go outside to go sleep under the tree. And like she said to her friend, those spirits were compelling her to come sleep under the tree. They were compelling her to do things. If those spirits were good spirits, they were going to explain to her, we know you can see us. We got message for you to tell your fellow human beings. But don't forget, you can only see us. We are spirits, but you are human. So you have to continue behaving human. Go inside and sleep. But because they were negative energies, they were causing her to do things that normal human beings will not do. When you meet positive energies, they will tell you, you cannot do this because your civilization does not allow it. Which means the laws governing you does not allow it. But when you meet negative energies, they will cause you to do things. They will cause you to do things that, your own civilization on this side of the world now does not allow. Someone says staying under the presence of God is very important. Yes. Keeping your spirit clean is important. Very, very important. Someone say yes. Remind me of my nephew that passed last year in the Maple Grove. Let's listen to her one more time.
Not that stupid dream that we can be having.
No, I'm talking about you didn't born on earth. You didn't have child on earth, but you have child on afterward.
You can't be that spirit, that evil spirit thing.
Okay. You can't be on earth and born. Okay.
Oh yeah, you gotta go there.
You gotta go there. Okay. So which means when you go, like tell you so they don't want you to have kids. They don't want you to leave your husband too.
Yes, because there's a husband already.
Yeah, oh, that's why they made you to divorce Bob. Because Bob is so lovely, man.
But you get pregnant in a dream, see, that's not what I'm talking about. That evil spirit in it.
This girl continued to tell us, Nana, that's where you can go dream, you see yourself pregnant. That's not what I'm talking about. She continued to say, let me carry it back so you can hear her.
But what I'm talking
no, I'm talking about you didn't born on earth. You didn't have child on earth, but you have child on afterward.
You can't be that spirit, that evil spirit thing.
Okay. You can't be on earth and born. Okay.
Oh yeah, Yeah, you gotta go there.
You gotta go there. Okay. So which means when you go, like tell you so they don't want you to have kids. They want me to leave your husband too.
Yes, because there's a husband already.
Yeah. Oh, that's why they made you to divorce Bob. Because Bob used to love you, man.
But you get pregnant in a dream. See, that's not what I'm talking about. That's evil spirit.
That's something I'm trying to make you understand. This girl understood the difference between laying down, sleeping, dreaming, that you pregnant, and well, I guess spiritual. She said, no, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the evil spirit there. These evil spirits, at this point, they took control of this girl. They took control of her. First of all, the difference between evil energies, negative energies, and positive energies. A positive spirit, a spirit that is not evil or good spirit, knows that you are here on earth to experience what it feels like to be in a human body, to experience the taste of chocolate, to experience the taste of dry rice. A good spirit will not try to deny you the pleasures of this world, the ability to eat, to drink, to taste chocolate, to feel, to enjoy intimacy. A good spirit will never deny you. But an evil spirit will deny you the opportunity of experiencing what you're supposed to experience in your material body. Do not forget, spirit, they can't taste. They can't taste liquor. They can't taste Coke and Fanta. They can't taste chocolate. In order for them to taste it, they have to possess a human body in order for them to taste it. So, the difference, I'm just saying this so some of y'all will encounter some things. How to know if the spirit is evil or if the spirit is a good spirit. A good spirit will never try to make you to not experience born children here, going to work here, sleeping in your house here. It will not try to stop you from that. But an evil spirit will try to stop you from being normal. There are some people that can see. They can see well and they are still living normal lives. You know why? The spirit that is making them to see is not an evil spirit. They can see everything they want to see. They can see everything they want to see. And at the end of the day, after seeing it, they still live life normally. They still live life normally. This girl knew the difference between the one that sleep and dream and the one that didn't sleep and dream and get pregnant. So she was clear. She said, no, I'm not talking about you sleeping and dreaming and seeing yourself pregnant. You listen to her.
But what I'm talking about is...
So they just control your whole life, made you to divorce your husband, bring confusion between you and people, make rules to put this.
I listened to everything from the day it started. So I know everything that has happened. Even in the afterlife, I know everything that is set up. But I can't do nothing. That when then he said, you already know what's going on. They're saying that to you. There's a life in the after, there's another world after, yeah.
Okay.
Just telling who to add there.
Oh, okay.
Now, one of the things a good spirit will do for you, even if they will tell you about afterlife, even if they will tell you that afterlife exists, they will tell you the karmic repercussions of taking your own life. You're not permitted to take your life. Somebody said Buddhists have connections with all because they meditate on higher vibrations. Thank you, you are right. They will go, a positive spirit will tell you you are not permitted to take your own life, because taking your own life has karmic repercussions. Hello? How can I break down karmic repercussion? I will try. Anytime you alter the balance of the world, some things they just hard to explain, and my people are trying. A repercussion is backlash, punishment, suffering as a result of. A karmic repercussion is if you try to alter the balance of life, the thing that can happen to you afterwards. So let me just say, when you meet good spirits, spirits who have a high vibration, positive spirits, they will tell you you are not permitted to take your own life, because if you do, you will suffer the karmic repercussion. Life is the most sacred thing. You're not permitted to take your own life. No. Neither another person. So I feel like she knew a lot about the afterlife. She knew what the afterlife was going to be like, because they must have told her. But they did not tell her that no matter what, you are not supposed to take your own life. And so they told her these beautiful spirits of the afterlife until she was eager to go. She was not supposed to take her own life. She's not supposed to take her own life. When you take your own life, it's like you've altered the divine course. So the divine already said they want she will be born on January 1st, 1995. She will live in Budubran camp up to 2021. Then 2022, she will go to Australia. Then 2025, she will come to America. Then 2027, she will go to Japan. Right? When you, that's how your whole life has been charted, though. Then you get up. That thing where they now read, that long history they now read concerning your life. You get up, you cut your life short. It means you destable the plan. Because that Japan you are going to, it was already written that you will meet somebody there. You will help the person to tow their bag. You will meet another person there. You will get a person injection. They will not get COVID. All those things already be set in place. So when you take your own life, other people's lives are also affected, because what? You were supposed to impact these people's lives, come across these people one way or the other. So taking your own life has very, very serious karmic repercussions. I know how to break it down more than that. If these spirits were good spirits, they are going to tell her, you cannot take your own life. They are going to prevent her from doing it. Let me tell you one thing about spirits. When it comes to with spirits, you don't have to talk. When you encounter spirits, you don't have to talk. Your thoughts are words to spirit. So these spirits cannot tell me, Jessica, the little that I know, that they did not know that she thought of killing herself. She thought of it and they knew it. She thought of it and they knew it. That's why I said the way in which it ended. Somebody said, I would like to talk to you behind the scene. I just put my number up there just now. I just put my number up there just now. Feel free to call me. The little I know, I will share with you guys. Let's continue listening to her. The spirit, then where do they think they get?
Wow. The place getting dark. Wait.
Y'all let you laugh small. Soon they explain about afterlife to the friend. The friend say the place getting dark. You know what happened to the friend? That spirit of fear was creeping in her friend now. Because This is what these negative entities will do to you. They will try to induce fear. Even in real life, let's take away the spirit from there. Anybody, human being, that try to induce you with fear, they are operating on a negative frequency, negative energy. Nobody's supposed to induce you with fear. Nobody's supposed to induce you with fear. Because fear is manipulative in nature. Fear is manipulative in nature. So, when anybody, just human being, friend, whatever, boss, and they try to induce you with fear, they are trying to manipulate you. And when anybody is trying to manipulate you, they are trying to make you act in an opposite direction of what you were supposed to act. Someone said, was she on drugs? Most people that use drugs hear voices. This girl was not hearing voices. This girl knew exactly what she was saying. She knew about the afterlife. She knew the difference between having dream and seeing yourself pregnant and really having a soul group over there. Somebody said the topic passed me. Look, it will not be easy. Tomorrow I go see my own picture on the blog. They say, Jessica to my people. We don't carry Jessica to Fairview. We don't carry Jessica to Fairview. To Fairview for evaluation. Their friend, as they get were telling the story, you can notice that the friend got scary. The friend got scary. The friend got afraid. Because what? Somebody said, let's do part 2 tomorrow. It's getting dark now. I can't go on my baby because I'm scared now. Do not be afraid. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something today. Let me tell you clear thing today. Somebody just said she was never on drugs. Thank you. Our spirit has no permission to do anything to you when you don't give it permission. One way in which you get spirit permission is to be afraid. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. 2, raise your vibration. Hello? Raise your vibration. A lot of us are vibing low. I said that, yeah, some days I can be vibing really low. They are. You better make sure to pray tonight. Invite the Holy Spirit in your homes. Yes. One way in which you raise your vibration is to keep your thoughts clean. When your thoughts are not clean, when there's so much strife and evil in your heart, you give these dark entities the ability to interact with you without them, and they will succeed. They will interact with you. You will bow to their pressure because you're not vibing high. Your vibration is not high. Tesla once said, in terms of the world, think energy, think vibration. Nikola Tesla, now the man were creator, where came up with a lot of theories about energy. He said, when you think energy, think vibration. Ever wonder why somebody would just step into a place? For some of you that have noticed, and when let's say I'm sitting down here and somebody just walk in, and that person presence just heavy, and I say, the person got a heavy presence. I didn't tell the person to know if the person heavy. I felt the person's energy. Energy is everything. Your energy, your aura, your energy, your aura. Your aura is like your spiritual smell. Your energy is, it tells people who you are. When people meet you in real life, what do they feel? Leave me here, you Kelly. Let's continue what they get saying. Your parents can just be distracting people with comments. I like to be reading comments.
Wow. The place getting dark. What's on?
They one was scary and like what she was saying the play getting dark. Last scared, she was scared when she said the play getting dark.
So try was clear. You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just hungry, very hungry. Yeah.
I will see you, Mama. Mama, please come.
So,
You can.
so,
Yeah.
so, they say they know you, they know your mom.
They say they know me, they know my mom.
Yeah.
I want to ask you a question. Why she will not be hungry? Hungry. I want to ask you a question. So, you human being, right? You got to eat and you got to drink. You got to lay down on bed. You got to live in house with current. You go under the tree to go lay down. What the bleep deep down the rabbit hole. Okay, I will look at it, Simone. Thank you. I'll look at it. You human being, you got to eat. You got to drink. You got to poo-poo. You got to sleep. You tell yourself for in the hole, you go sit down under the tree. Where spirit and I can't eat. They can't drink. They can't get tired. They not know day from night. They not need to wear clothes. And you say you see the spirit not wearing clothes. One day two, you take off clothes. You say I won't be walking like the spirit because the spirit you see now not wearing clothes. You in their midst. You with them. You seeing them. And you beginning to act like them. So you stay. That's here is serial. You human being, you communicating with spirit. You go be living like spirit. How hunger when I catch you? You will be hungry, man. You will be hungry because those bitches don't have to eat. They don't have to drink. They don't know the taste of food. They don't have to do more business. They don't have to wear clothes. They don't know there from there. But you, where be human being? Where need to eat before you get strength? You go put yourself in money. How you will not get hungry? You will get hungry, sister. That her sister was getting hungry, oh, because she was with those people whole day. They not eating, so she forget to eat. They not eating, so she forget to eat. They not drinking, she forget to drink. Nah. She come back to communicate with human being and she remember say, I'm hungry, oh. 3 days now, I ain't eat. Yeah. Yeah? Thank you. So, you see her crying, say she hungry? Yeah, mama, you will be hungry. Because you go and more people that can't eat, they don't need food. And let's look at most of the people that can be crazy men on the street. You know, crazy men can feel that he normal when he even naked. Because the people that walking with the crazy men, they naked with him too. In fact, in the crazy men are like, you're the one abnormal. That was what was happening to her. She was with people that, I would not be surprised if the girl coming to live longer, she take her clothes, she not wearing clothes again. Because she was really in the company of these people. And to be honest, they were negative energies. They were negative energies. That's the sad part. Somebody say, it always be the prettiest ones with the bright stars. Exactly. If this girl was going to channel her energy positively, if this girl was going to channel her energy positively, trust me, she was still going to be seeing things, but these demonic entities were not going to be able to interact with her because she was going to be on a higher vibration. I repeat, if this girl were going to channel her energy properly, if she was going to raise her vibration, she was still going to be seeing things. But you see those negative energies, they were not going to be able to interact with her like that. Because their frequency was going to be way low and her frequency was going to be high. So there was going to be no interaction. But we still listening to her. Somebody said they banned me from doing drama.
God, me the last time you hit my mind, my sleep, all that I want to sleep. So in my sleep, they don't want me to wake her.
No, so the evil one in attacking me. They can make you have bad dreams, so you can be thinking about me.
Oh, they can make me have bad dreams for me to think about you.
Yeah, so you can see all the things that they're going through. Maybe she put her hair in something, or somebody told her name, so you know.
Okay, she said something. When she said this one, you know what came in my head? Sata. Somebody said she was a purpose carrier. She would have done amazing work and won many souls for the kingdom of God. I want to believe that she was going to be like a messenger. Like she was going to be able to tell people things. Like she could see. She had eyes. If I see you doing drama, I'll call the woman on your spiritual world. You already. So you Matu, you think what you are scared of? You brave? You call? Hey, yeah, you all know it almost 8 o'clock, and I'm not even afraid of dreaming bad dreams because I know shit can happen at the end of the day. I know shit can happen. I was saying something, right? She was gonna be able to see things, and let me just give examples, right? Because I know most of you are Christians and most of you are Muslims. Like I said, some of your pastor can see, right? The woman kind in the church, the pastor will say, oh, I see somebody tie your belly or why you 12 months pregnant, you can't born the baby. I see somebody in your village do this to you. What it make it, we not say the pastor using evil spirit. And because the pastor channel his energy positively. And why we say, oh, the pastor not using evil spirit. But the same thing, what the pastor was seeing, now the same thing this girl was seeing. Now the same thing they was seeing. Now, let me share my experience with you guys. And please, you don't laugh at me. I said this to everything true. Vashi on Facebook, Vashi will tell you. The high school where I did my junior high, the name of the school is Our Lady of Apostles Secondary School, Yaba, Lagos. I used to go to this SS2 building. There's a place they call SS2 block. That's where 11th graders, the 11th graders were SS2. That's where 11th graders were. I had one school mother, school auntie there. So I always used to go to her class. And as I'm talking, I can remember this thing vividly. I used to go to SS2 block. Now, when you climb upstairs and go to SS2 block, you can be overlooking the cemetery. There's a very big cemetery in Lagos they call Aton Cemetery. I used to be overlooking the cemetery. Then the school where the place where they built our school again too, that was former cemetery, but they turned it to school. But the main cemetery now was across the road. If you climb upstairs to go to that SS2 block, when you look, you can see the cemetery. So every now and then when I used to go to one girl they call, what her name? Chiazo. Chubuzo. In school we can call her Chiazo. At home we can call her Chubuzo. She on Facebook. She on my personal page. So I used to go to her. One day I started noticing something. Every time I look in the cemetery, I see things. Every time I look to the cemetery, I see things. So I noticed when I go there in the morning, I will see it. When I go there around 4 or 5, because I used to stay in school for extra lesson, I will see the thing. So now there will be 2. So now there will be 1. But in the afternoon, when the hot sun, I can't see it. So I call my friend Shakirat. Shakirat is still alive. She's on my page. She's on my Instagram. I said, Shakirat, I see something, oh. I can see it in the morning, I can see it in the afternoon, I can see it in the evening. That's why I can see better my people. I can sit down in class again. 5 minutes, I can run there. I can see it. Then I come back, I sit down in class. So this the Shakira said, can let go, let me go see it. Guys, you won't believe that my one seeing what I was seeing. Shakira was not seeing nothing. I said, Shakira, let it see over the Shakira said she not seeing it. That my one was seeing it. I didn't want no noise. She said, you buy, and she didn't take it serious. She said, you buy, you just left for seeing nothing. You just come me to nothing. I went home. I couldn't tell anybody what I saw. The next day I went to school. I kept going there just to go see. I never told any friend in school anymore. You know who I told? I told my grandma. The moment I told my grandma, that semester not end, she changed my school. That semester not end, my grandma changed my school. She said, they're not exposing my daughter to nothing. And prior to that time, I always used to dream. Like I used to really dream. In a house, I used to dream. One time my grandma was telling me, say this time, I was like 22. My grandma said, this time you can't dream again or you spoil, man. When you were much younger, anything you say, you see, it will happen, it will come to pass. What am I saying? There are ways that your own family can protect your energies from encountering these evil things. Only God knows. If I was going to continue going to that school, I didn't tell my grandma what I was seeing. Who knows? I was young. I could have been possessed. My grandma was also a spiritual person. She knew exactly what it was. She was like, you're not going there again. And that was how they changed my school. When this girl was going through what she was going through and seeing the things she was seeing, who did she tell? Did they understand her? Did they know she was special? Or did they just classify it as mental health illness? Because that's the big thing we do in America. Mental health illness. What do these medications do for people whose eyes are seeing things that other people are not seeing? The medication will douse your vision. It will color your vision. You will stop seeing if you used to see. The medication, it will reduce. And this is one thing about Big Pharma. Big Pharma is here to take our power from us. We are spirit beings, but we are in this physical body. There's so much more we can do. But the world is not ready for this conversation. There's so much we can do. We are co-creators of this world. We can say things and they come to pass. We can stop things from happening. When Joshua in the Bible told the sun to stand still until the children of Israel finished fighting, and they fought, and one day was lost. You think what powers Joshua was using? You think Joshua more anointed than us? Joshua just knew who he was. And that thing that Joshua did, do you know they call it spiritual manipulation? That thing that Joshua did, the prophet Joshua in the Bible, that he told the sun to stand still for the children of Israel to finish fighting, because he didn't want the place to get dark. Then the children of Israel now see how to fight the Amalekites, Cushites, Hittites, to fight them and kill all of them. He told the sun to stand still. What Joshua did was called spiritual manipulation. Do you know that when you go further in the Bible, if you go further in the Bible, the devil tried to resist Joshua. The devil stood before Joshua and was accusing Joshua. It told God to say, leave him alone. Leave him. Why was the devil accusing Joshua? The devil was telling him, oh, you God is sitting down there. You know, say Joshua made a sun to stand still, which means Joshua altered the way you created things. You, God, you created day and night, but Joshua made day to go for 24 hours, the sun not come down. Joshua manipulated nature. What Joshua did was manipulation. But when Joshua did it, he did it for a cause. The children of Israel won that battle. What happened? When Joshua stood before God, in your Bible, y'all go read. I can't remember the verse and the chapter. Y'all know me. Long time I put the Bible down. I'm concentrating on Cheche Polina. But when Joshua stood before God, the Bible says the devil stood and came to accuse him, came to resist him. Resist him for what? Because he told the sun to stand still. He manipulated nature. Joshua was not using witchcraft powers. He was using the power that God gave us as human beings. We have power, but we just not using it. The way me now, I tell the Bible, I chunk it away. I eat chichipole. Now I want to be in. I take my power, I chunk it away. I just want to be explaining plenty. Plenty people like that. Some of y'all, the thing you're born with, whether you Christian or you Muslim, you gifted with the power to just lay your hands on things and that thing get healed. Whether a man or a woman. Some of you are gifted with that gift. That when you touch a person who's sick, the person get healed. Some of you are empaths. You know what I call empaths? If somebody walk into this room now and their foot hurting, my foot will start hurting me. Some of you, you are empaths. You have that power. Some of you, let me tell you what empaths do. When a person is an empath, somebody walk into the room and their stomach hurting. Your own stomach will start hurting too on the side. Somebody walk into this room and their eyeball hurting. You will pick it up in the realm of the spirit. Your eyeball will start hurting too. Because you are an empath. They did not get nothing to do with Christianity or Islam. That's a natural gift that God gave to human beings. Somebody say, can we finish listening to the girl so we can talk about it? Actually, let's finish listening to the girl. I told you, I said, I'm not going deep today. I'm staying on the surface.
No.
You can get healed. God can heal you. You know that?
But God already did. God fought my battle. So me and my family won against all.
All right, then put yourself to, if you feel you okay, I want you to go to church.
I have control. I'm telling you.
Oh, you don't have control.
Yes.
So you don't have control. If God already healed you, then you should have control over your life.
No, it's not about healing. I said, listen.
Okay.
So these people now that asked to be part of my uncle's life, and my uncle said no, I want to come and attack me. It's a big, like, you know, prosperity can't attack you because you turn it back. And then what can be family to John Rose family? Then what your other friend? What? Legend
Julie,
they all 12. They want 12 people to be in your home now. Just because your uncle said he won't marry you and you alone. So all 12 of them, all their family people join together. People all
So you been knowing all that thing happening to you, know where you're coming from, but you just don't want to seek help. That's why I've noticed.
No, I know where you're coming from, but you can't help me. Nobody can help me.
God can help you.
No, God can help me, but that's why the case is going on there. So
Okay.
Did you hear her? Her friend saying God can help you. She said God already helping me, that why the case is going on there. This girl, let me just tell you, yeah, she was anxious. She was anxious to shed her material body and become like the spirit beings she was communicating with. Put it on speaker, man. This girl, she was anxious to shed her physical body and become like the spirit beings she was communicating with. You hearing her? God has fought my battle. The case is going on over there. So I want to go there. And the only way she can go there is to shed this material body. She had to shed this physical body. She had heard stories about the afterlife that the spirits there had put in her head. But they did not tell her that don't rush it. Don't rush to die and go. Because you may not get the opportunity to come back soon enough. You know how many spirits out there trying to come into this world to right the wrongs that they have done in previous lives? Then you get life, you throw it away. You know how many spirits looking for available bodies. I believe in the concept of reincarnation, and that will be a topic for another day. I will do that topic by the grace of God before the end of the month of May. I will just do the video reincarnation. We need to have this conversation. Reincarnation does exist, but I don't know why people avoid it. Somebody said they resonated with her. She was already in love with the afterlife. Thank you. She resonated with A. She was in love with the afterlife. The reason why she resonated with A is because that's where she came from. We all came from over there. We only have a limited time here. Why rush your time here? You're supposed to be here for 70 years. You go cut it short to 40 years. Why are you rushing? To go where? Why are you rushing? So as much as she was in love with the afterlife, these spirit beings, like I said, they were not good spirits. Because if they were, they would have prevented her from taking her own life. Thank you, Larry Lynn. They're not ready for these conversations. Today they're looking like they 150 watching me. Tomorrow when I can't talk about they will be 25. They're not ready for these conversations. And just watch it. They will soon talk and say I'm crazy in the community. No problem. Harvest. Harvest. To be honest, these spirit beings that got in contact with her, they did not tell her it was wrong for you to want to hasten the course of life. Somebody just agreed with me. Yes, ma'am, reincarnation exists. God bless you. A lot of people don't believe reincarnation exists. A lot of people don't believe it. So we're talking. We will explain it. When the Bible says John the Baptist came back in the power and the spirit of Elijah, you think that who? John the Baptist came back in the power and spirit of Elijah. When somebody come in the spirit of Elijah, that I want to ask you, your grandmother named Ma Mary. Ma Mary died 2000. You were born 2002. And they say Matthew came back in the power and the spirit of Ma Mary. Nana Ma Mary come back. Nana Ma Mary come back. Now Ma Mary come back. But we scared to talk the thing. When we talk about reincarnation, I'll be seeing spirit in my house. I'll be seeing these are things. They are real. John the Baptist came in the power and spirit of Elijah. That why the thing that made him to run up, the thing that wanted to kill him first, Elijah ran away because why? Jezebel wanted to kill him. Jezebel wanted to behead him. Elijah had to come back as John the Baptist. Elijah had to come back as John the Baptist and be killed by the same king wife. Not the same king wife Jezebel, but another king in that time on a wife. To prove what? To prove that you should be afraid. You should not be afraid of anything that can kill the body because the spirit lives forever. The first Elijah, he was running away because he was scared that when Ahab and Jezebel were going to grab him, they were going to kill him. So he ran away. When he came back, that same thing he ran away from King and Queen killing him. What happened? Herod and his wife and their daughter Herodias, they killed John the Baptist. They beheaded him. The same way. The same way. What he mean? Ahab and Jezebel wanted to behead Elijah. John the Baptist came in the power and spirit of Elijah. The Bible say, hey, then you say, you ain't believe in reincarnation. Because most of our pastors say that even understand it. No disrespect to the pastors. Most of the pastors don't even understand it. A lot of us have been in this life many, many lifetimes before. Now our first time coming. Oh, you think God is in a creating spirit? Oh, spirit, they're coming back to this world. They're packing, they're waiting for bodies that they can enter to come back into this world, to come right the wrong that they have done in previous lifetimes. So when you get the opportunity to come here, you better correct your mistake. The mistake you make in the world and the mistake you made in your past life and your other life. Stay here and correct it. Don't rush yourself to kill yourself. Because you may not get an available body to come back to this world so soon. So people have to wait 100 years, 200 years, 500 years before they're able to come back. Up till now, we don't even know if they'll not come back yet. To come right the wrongs he has done. For all the people he killed. Eh? Top man, we don't know if top man then not reincarnate. To come right the wrongs that they did in their past life. Eh? Reincarnation does exist. People come back to right their wrongs. They do. They do. And you continue to come back and come back and come back until you attain perfection. Some of you, when you're coming back, you'll be coming back as sheep. Because the evil you're there in the world, too plenty. You can't come back as human being. You will have to come back as sheep. And some people, when they're coming back, they will come back as enlightened beings. Because what? They did so much good and they lived with purity of heart in this life. That's why they're coming back. They come back as a little higher beings. Deja vu is a strange phenomenon to a lot of people. No, she did not have kids. She did not have kids. Y'all let listen to her conclude her story so I can end the live here. Because some of y'all getting scary. Y'all don't be scared. Yeah? Somebody just said, the spirit lives forever. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mapu. You see Mapu? You see Simone? These are few people that I've seen in the Liberian space that understand, you know, the kind of spiritual things we're talking about. When I say spiritual things, these spiritual things have nothing to do with religion. They have nothing to do with religion. I don't know how to explain it to y'all.
Sister, you're making me feel so bad. One kiss, you laughing?
What's going on? I can do nothing about it.
God can do something, girl.
God is doing through my family. I'm telling you. I'm not crazy. I'm 100% okay.
I know you're okay, but some of the things too you're saying too is scary, because for you to say in the other third world, they got government, they got.
I was not over this conversation. I only have this conversation with you. I'm being told, like.
Did you guys hear it? The guest said, I don't want to have this conversation with you. I don't want to have this conversation with you, but I'm being pushed. Somehow we all needed to hear and see this. She was sleeping under the tree. She was sleeping in the cold under the tree. That's why she called her friend to ask her friend for money to buy blankets. She was sleeping in the streets. She was sleeping in the streets. Somebody say, I think I was, my rude entered, I came back to correct my mistakes, but I'm still rude. No, Now you're about to turn it into fun. You're stop it. The other one say, so I was married first because now I can't find me to marry me now. Deja vu is real. Let me tell you how deja vu is real, right? You ever walk into a place before, you know you've never been there, but that place, you feel very familiar with that place? You feel very familiar with that place. She was in the US. She was here. For some people, the reason why you can't find men in this war is because you broke too many people's hearts in the past war. Some of you broke too many men's hearts in the past war. So guess what? When you come back, you will come and experience how it feels for your heart to be broken because you broke too many people's hearts. Watch one thing. You see all the people there, especially the people there that keep part of plenty people in the war. When they're coming back, they will come back in order to experience the pain that they caused other people. So you can know how it feels when you put in pain in other people's hearts. Some people, I haven't watched the Matrix. I've been hearing about the Matrix since 2019, but I haven't watched it. You know why? Simone, you know how this thing happens? The few people that I watch, when they say something, it resonates with me. Let me say something to you guys. Let me just say something to you guys. Let me tell you how I got my awakening. When I watch these people, especially those that are talking about near-death experiences, out-of-body experiences, and all this stuff, when I listen to them, it can be like, I will know it ever since. Am I making sense? When I listen to people talking these things, it can look like I will know it ever since. The moment they say it can look like, yes, it can resonate with me. I'm trying to break that word down. That's because I've experienced it before in my past life. Some of y'all wonder why you not go to tailoring school, but you just notice that you know how to sew clothes. You just see yourself sewing clothes. You think that they left here, you learn how to sew. Ma, you are seamstress in your past life, ma. You will see some people, they ain't go to school to know how to make shoe. They just wake up one morning, they start making shoe. They just wake up one morning, they start fixing parts. When you die, the talents then your spirit get, when coming by, you can come out with A, yeah? Now why you will find some people, they are good at so many things. Because every time they can, they learn one skill, they die, they go back, they come back, they learn one skill, and they have all these things inside them. Somebody say you want earth before I will hear plenty times. Plenty times. I can't even count how many times I can hear. And I can't, and I still coming. The only thing, the next time I want to come as somebody say reincarnation is real. It doesn't have anything to do with spirituality. They're there for me, oh. Because these are topics that when you talk about, they feel like you're saying something, something dark, something, yeah. And these are things I've been wanting us to talk about. Okay, I will. The one I really watched in Liberia was Inception. Oh, Inception is a blockbuster. Like, seriously. So let's end this girl's story. So before I end the live, guy. Hi sis Ayume. Hello.
They take over my whole system.
I know you're okay, but some of the things too you're saying too is scary because for you to say in the other third world, they got government, they got.
Over this conversation, I only have this conversation with you. I'm being forced. Like, they take over my whole system. They control me.
They control your whole life. So they don't want you in the street.
Yes, I can't do nothing. It's like
So the time Tessie say you should seek help, they say you shouldn't do it?
Yeah, they say it's a waste of time. Don't do it. So now...
You're here. Because what we are seeing as physical to do, the people told her it's a waste of time. And I strongly believe she was communicating with these beings. She was.
The way they're treating me...
So you talk to them about it, say you won't see her, and they say no. So everything you do about your life, they tell you what to do?
They are listening to you. They all are here right now.
Oh, all of them they're listening.
Right now, the evil asses are right here.
You hearing her? You guys heard her? When she started the conversation, they weren't there. As she continued in the conversation, she said, but they are here right now. I do not doubt that she was seeing things. She was seeing things. And I feel like she didn't have the help that she needed. She needed to talk to somebody who understood these things. That's why I say, hey, yeah. Who said I will know the girl before she died? I'm going to ask the girl a question. Oh, I'm going to ask the girl a question. I'm going to ask the girl a question, or I'm going to ask the girl a question. I'm going to get all the information I need out of the girl. What? Like, hey, Yaka. God, why? I should have met this girl when she was alive. Now, the kind of person I want to travel to meet her. To ask questions. I'm going to meet her.
So when the thing started, because I was thinking, I thought you went to that pastor out of country to seek help that time.
Pastor told me it's not everything.
Oh, so you met with the pastor?
Yes.
Because Rose said you never had a chance to meet with the pastor. So I said, So,
It's not everything.
but if he's a real pastor, powerful, he could help you, you know that, right?
But that's what he told me. The things you're going through are not medicine battle. It's because of who you are in heaven and what you're being attacked by these people.
Everybody is special in heaven.
That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, it's not my fault. It's not. You think if I had control over myself, I would be sleeping on a tree?
So they're making you to be in the street.
So let me explain the whole thing to you.
Mm-hmm.
So
They can tell you to do harm. They ever ask you?
No, they can't do. They can't make you hurt someone, but they can hurt you.
Oh, they can make.
Those family there. Okay, so all of them.
So they never ask you to harm anybody that Rose children to bring fish. Okay.
No, but let's just say Rose, KP, Danny.
Sonny, I beg you, I take God to beg you. I hold your foot, Mama. I will call you after this live. I know it's not for Facebook, but I just want to hear them. I beg you. I hold your foot. Don't make me cry here. You say you ask her every question, but there were times you were cutting this girl off. You didn't let her talk. How I wish I knew you before this girl passed on. There's too many things I needed to know. There's too many things. She was not crazy. She was communicating with spirit beings. And those spirit beings were not positive. They were all negative spirit beings. Sonny said she can't. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Since Jane, all our family they came up together, right?
Mm-hmm.
I saw your uncle, you know myself, you can never be part of my family. They can't attack you. Then your family took out and attack them.
So they take you away from everyone. I think they're trying so you can seek help. So what's about the time we're planning to send you Africa? They don't want you not to agree?
I will not if they don't want me to.
Oh, so you gotta seek approval from them first.
Yeah.
Then they are evil, they don't want you to get healing. You know that?
No, it's evil. I listen to them going back and forth. The two families are fighting. And I'm the one, the whole, for him to make the decision.
So you the princess?
No.
You like what?
Collateral. Like, say you won't accept our daughter will seize your wife. You know what I mean?
So you the wife now the season.
Yeah, but I wicked to her until you decide if you want to keep KP, Sonny, Jen,
He will not keep us.
That thing she explaining about family, she's talking about soul groups. I mentioned before, I said every one of us have soul groups. For example, my soul group is different from my son's soul group, not because we're family. My soul group is different from my mom's soul group. Hello? We can be in the same family here and now, but we have different soul groups. Just as I will use another day to explain reincarnation, I will also use another day to explain about soul groups. Somebody said, is this the same thing our sister Sata suffering from? Good question. We will never know. Because the highest I've heard from Sata is that teenager walking all in a horse here slapping my face because of calling. Sata has never expressed that she is communicating with ETs or extraterrestrial beings, anything like that. Sata has never expressed. In fact, the way Sata made it look like, Kali did something. Sonny, so I'm not trying to, this is not for Liberian people. Sonny, I beg you. As you can see, I'm an enlightened person. I'm trying to awaken myself, even though I was waking before, but I put myself to sleep. I understand. I have an idea of what this girl was talking about, and I really wish I spoke to her before she died. Not for Facebook, but for me and the selected few. I've been saying it on the last time. I will not be surprised they will say, but Jessica too. Jessica crazy, she did, she died. I don't get a problem with it. That's the reason why I can know 1,000 things. I only put one outside because I know that one is what most Liberian people minds can assimilate. Please, I beg you. Not for Facebook. Don't post it for me. Somebody asked a question, and I said it's difficult for me to say it's the same thing Sata is going through. You know why? Sata has not come out. Sata has only been saying people want to kill her. Sata has not been able to tell us that she's communicating with beings. She's seeing beings. And maybe Sata needs time to understand what she's seeing before she can speak. Okay, Larry Lynn, I'll be glad to have you on To be honest, these are things I've been wanting to talk about, but I be like, I want the people to understand. I want people seeing what I'm seeing or hearing what I'm hearing, you know. And I won't be the only one that's seeing it. You know, when everybody not seeing it, only you seeing it, you crazy. And when everybody's seeing it, you're not seeing it, it means you crazy. So that's how it has always been. Some people put their hands in a lot of things to come into this country. Sometimes it's not putting your hands in a lot of things. Sometimes it's not putting your hands in a lot of things. Some people just are able to see. Either, like I said, some people eyes open to see when they consume certain things, number one. Number two, when they come in contact with certain spirits. How do you come in contact with certain spirits? I said it in the beginning. When the veil that is separating this material world from the spiritual world, there are times where that veil is open or that veil becomes very thin. When that veil becomes very thin, there are energies that enter from the immaterial world into the material world. Again, can we say this is what Satan is going through? I don't know. You see, for this girl, this one that passed, I'll give you the similarities between she and Satan. She's seeing things, Satan is seeing things. She can express what she was seeing. Satan cannot express what she's seeing apart from the fact that this thing is slapping her face. This girl, she's naturally not rude. Hello? This particular girl, naturally, she is not rude. Naturally, she is humble. She is calm. For Satan, naturally Satan get behavior problem. So, you see how Satan is happening to her? Even though Satan won't tell us the thing that she's seeing, Satan gets small attitude problem. And I said this on the very first day. So, doing us like this, not too straight, we not understand. All I can say we need to do is give Satan time to understand what she's seeing, and then she can explain. Yes, Satan is the one that is rude. Satan can explain what she is seeing. Let's go to what this girl wrote. Let's go to what she wrote. She's no longer alive. She's gone. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Young Smith, I know this will shock you both when you get home. I want you all to know I'm sorry for everything that you are about to see. I am truly sorry from the bottom of my heart for the emotional pain that I have caused you all. Ever since that day you came up to me, Father, while I was sleeping outside in the rain, and you asked me if I was okay. Why are you people like this now? Why are you distracting me with the comments? Somebody says Satan has anger issues. Somebody says Satan spirits are rude spirit. Why are you like this? Somebody said Tracy was very calm and she was not the talking type. Very beautiful. So you can tell. You can tell. She didn't have, even when she seen her spirit, she was not the type that resorted to you know, cursing. And I will tell you how I know, right? I will tell you how I know. We're going on. Ever since that day you came up to me, Father, while I was sleeping outside in the rain, and you asked me if I was okay and why I was sleeping outside in the rain. And I told you I had no place to stay. My friend asked me to leave from her apartment, and you told me my wife and I saw you out here for a couple of days, and now she wants us to help you. So come with me to my home. I cried that day. It was so cold. I was so overwhelmed with joy that God sent me angel parents to help me. After many nights and days, weeks and months of sleeping outside in the cold weather and hot weather from place to place, that day was the day God blessed me with a good father and a good mom and a beautiful home to stay in with a beautiful family. And since then, you have been loving parents to me and also to your children. I thank you both ever so much for everything you did for me. I bless God for you both. May God continue to bless your family and reward you in abundance in heaven in Jesus' name. Now that girl writing you. The girl who by herself. She said you are a good father. She was writing to the family that took her in when they saw her sleeping under the tree in the cold, in the heat. You are a good father. You saw a young girl sleeping outside the streets, homeless and needed help, and you stopped to help her. The world needs more of you and mommy. You are the best parents anyone could ever ask for. I am grateful, thankful, and appreciative for everything you did for me. May the God I serve bless you and our family in abundance in heaven in Jesus' name. Now they get ready, so. I'm sorry again, Mom. After everything you did for me, I still have to say goodbye. I love you both. I love Cherry. I love you, Wendell. I thank God to have met you all. I am sorry I have to say my goodbye till we meet again. I have suffered too long. I have been struggling with so many things that I couldn't talk or speak about. Even if I did, you wouldn't even understand the magnitude of what I was going through and what I was being put through. I have been fighting the biggest battle of my life for years now. It was the worst spiritual battle anyone can ever go through. And the worst, evil, cruel, torturing, tormenting monsters, dog, nasty demons, evil spirit, animals, dirtiest, disgusting, wicked spirits, cruel, evil monsters, animals, dirtiest, disgusting, disgraceful, evil spirit, devil beings anyone could ever come across. Hey! When they got ready to characterize the spirits then she was interacting with, she knew exactly what they were. Evil, dirty, demonic. She was not using the F word though. She was not calling the effing spirits. She knew exactly what they were. No. She wrote all that in journal, no punctuation. When I say, I couldn't catch my breath. I will go back over it. I want you guys to hear how it's like at a point, just before her last moments, she got to know who the spirit beings were, how evil they were. I will read it. I have been fighting the biggest battle of my life for years now. It is the worst spiritual battle anyone can ever go through, with the worst, evil, cruel, torturing, tormenting monsters, dogs, nasty demons, evil spirits, animals, dirtiest, disgusting, wicked spirits, cruel, evil monsters, animals, dirtiest, disgusting, disgraceful, evil spirits, devil beings anyone could ever come across. God forbid. They are very painful, ruthless, violent, evil, wicked, monster, demons, animals, cruel, heartless, evil spirits one could ever come across. God forbid. It all started 5 years ago, July 20th, 2020, when I got up one morning and felt a strange presence in my room. When I opened my eyes, I saw spirit beings standing in my room all around me. Did I not tell you that this girl can naturally see? Scary cat then. Please cover yourself with the blood of Jesus, with the Vimto, with the Rabina, with everything that you can cover yourself with, because you're scary. What's going on? Yo, wait 1 minute. Okay, wait go on. Like I said, it all started 5 years ago, July 2020. I got up one morning and felt a strange presence in my room. Naturally, she can see. She said she felt a strange presence. She felt a strange presence in her room. So she opened her eyes and she saw spirit beings standing in her room all around her. First of all, why would they go in group to her? Why? What was the purpose? Intimidation? Let's look throughout the Bible. When spirit then, angel then were visiting people, you ever saw them going in group? You ever saw them going in group? I think even when they went to go destroy Sodom and Gomorrah, they were just two. That one, they had big assignment. They were destroying whole city. So they had to go, I think 2 or 3. But when they were going to Mary, that was 1. When they were going to Joseph, that was 1. Every time throughout the Bible, angels visited somebody, they went one by one. Why? I'm just trying to say, some of the things I perceive. Why did these people go to this girl in a group? What were they trying to do? Induce fear? Why? What were they trying to communicate through her? Exactly. But trust me, even if they saw her as a channel through which they could pass messages to the material world, I don't think they needed to go 2 or 3. Just one person, one spirit being is enough. She said, I saw spirit beings standing in my room all around me. I was shocked at what I was looking at. I couldn't move. I couldn't talk. I couldn't scream. It all happened so fast. From that day, the battle started. And all I did from that day was look up to God to help me understand why this kind of huge battle came my way. Henrietta, you said they were two what? They introduced themselves and they explained why they were in my room. They said, we came to take you home because of who you are in the afterlife and all the universes and the world they come from. What is the second one? They told me, they brought me a big good news that God has established my family God had established my family, and it's so big in heaven to serve and to rule and advance his kingdom. First of all, another big lie they told her. God has not given us dominion to go rule in heaven. When he created the earth, he said, be fruitful and multiply and subdue the earth and have dominion over the earth. That's what I know God said. So what place now they were trying to tell her, say, we've come to take you to where you come from. We've come to take you for you to go rule the world over there. So lies. So manipulating spirits. So manipulating spirits. Since 2000, they were on this girl. Thank God she identified them for who they were. God has not called us to go and rule in heaven with him. He want there running. He think we here to run the earth. The earth here are all trouble. We caught in it. We caught in it. So for them to come lie to her, we have come to take you home. And they stayed with her for years. For years and years. The recording that you listened to was 2 years ago. How can evil spirits do that and say God sent them? Haven't you heard that even the devil himself appears as an angel of light? You didn't hear that one before? That even the devil appears as an angel of light? They lied to her. They lied to her. Yeah, she said that God has established my family and it is so big in heaven to serve and to rule and advance his kingdom. As the highest ruling mighty royal family of God in heaven and all his universes and all the world, because my family serve God. I listened and they explained in details and even showed me images of places in heaven. Then they also said, you are coming home also, because God has chosen you to marry a young archangel who he has established, the youngest king after his own heart, to serve God with him, to rule with him and advance God's kingdom. They said, it is time to come home now. Your calling and your assignments are too big. Wow. Spirit, we are in America, oh. Because the other spirit we not even when we're in Liberia and I see some of them. Dang. This girl was dealing with a lot of negative energies. Wow. Yeah, listen to her. She said, I am the first human being to know who I am in heaven and to know when I was going home from this earth. Then I got excited as they explained. I could see them and I could hear them laugh. They showed me many things on earth. And 99% of the human beings have never seen or heard of. But few days into this diplomatic briefing encounter, few days grew into weeks, then months, and then years. And it got brutally evil between all of them and never left. And I knew why. You're listening to the part. She explained the deception that they put her under. But she also explained that somehow a part of her knew that these beings she was seeing, they were not positive spirits. They were negative spirits, negative energies. Listen to her. Then I got excited as they explained. I could see them. I could hear them laugh. They showed me so many things that on earth, and 99% of the human beings have never seen or heard. But few days into this diplomatic briefing encounter, few days grew into weeks and then months and then years, and it got brutally evil between all of them and never left, and I knew why. They are very, very wicked set of monster dogs, animals, dirtiest, disgraceful, disgusting, evil spirits. They are very miserable and bitter. They are very old and hateful to God and his children. They are trillions, thousands years old monsters, animals, dirtiest, disgusting, disgraceful, wicked spirits, psycho beings. They can't go a day without brutally abusing one another. I'm wondering, this girl was seeing things, she was seeing the exchange of evil between these evil spirits. You know, evil spirits can never be in harmony now. Because all they understand is discord and disharmony. So she was seeing this exchange. Oh God, oh God, oh God. Wow. Wow. She said they only came to earth to look for me because of who I am in heaven, because of who she is in the spirit. I mean, because of what her destiny was. She was so beautiful. She says, I saw them do lots of evil, violent wickedness to innocent beings. They are responsible for 90% of the evil and wickedness that occurs in this world. They tortured and tortured and tormented me so cruelly till I prayed for death. When they got tired, they said, it is time now to come home. I keep stopping in my explanation because when I read what she wrote, I must say hearing things too. When I read what she wrote, I get a feeling. I get a feeling. This part, she said, eternity has existed for trillions of thousands of years. Heaven has existed for thousands of trillion years. And there are other worlds after the earthly world. But one day you all will understand when you all get home. So please live right in God and get closer to God and build your relationship with God. There are too many evil, invisible forces that are roaming this world. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I'm just imagining. At a point, what I understand from what happened to her is, at a point, she got carried away by them. It was later on, she understood that they were evil. At the time she understood that they were evil, there was nothing she could do. I will say something to you guys. When Sata's situation started, I was saying, but at the end of the day, we don't even know the source of, we don't even know the source of mental health illnesses. Whole day mental health illness. We know trauma can trigger it, but what's the main source? Because there are people who haven't been through any trauma before. There are people who were born into wealthy families, who were born into affluence, wealth, and they still have mental health illness. And there is no history in their genes between their parents, grandparents. Nobody like that ever had mental health illnesses. That day I was talking to myself. You know what I heard in my spirit? Not the same spirit I was talking to Sonio. I heard in my head saying, do you know what really happened to Saul in the Bible, King Saul? That when King Saul just get ready, he can just get vexed. The evil spirit used to plague him. And that's how they used to call that small body called David. And David used to come into the palace and come play the lyre and the harp and the string instruments. When David play it, then the spirit will leave Saul. Then I heard my spirit. That time, that one too, that was mental illness. Before the era of psychiatrists and psychologists. Before the era of scientists, those people knew how to deal with mental health illness. The one we know today as mental health illness now was the evil spirit that used to descend upon King Saul in the Bible, in the Old Testament. Now even me, sometimes they see David that want to go play the instrument for the evil spirit to leave Saul. Sunday, Saul can look at the David, let it look at him, and take the knife and take it and chunk it to David. David used to dodge it, then the knife or the sword go in the wall. That time, there was nothing like mental health illness. That were evil spirits. That were evil spirit were plaguing Saul. If Saul were existing today in our world, we're coming to say, he get mental health issue. The president get mental health illness. The president get depression. Like the weight of the country affairs he carry on his neck, make it he get mental health illness. I rationalized that thing in my head as if I needed a confirmation. I called somebody that day. Somebody who is a psychologist, licensed psychologist. And me and the person, we were talking one thing to another. And the person said, but and you see Saul in the Bible? Now the mental health illness. I said, thank you. I needed this. Because that's the same thing that passed through my head earlier today. That person confirmed it to me. When I sit down here and I make this statement today, the 22nd of April, 2025, not as a psychologist or a psychiatrist, but as an ordinary human being. Transactions happen in the spirit world, and doctors, nurses, healthcare practitioners find a scientific name and attach it to it. Do you guys know in recent time, cancer, the cancer that you know and I know, is a build up of toxins in certain part of the body? Worrying about things that you got no business worrying about, it can give you cancer. Carrying heaviness of heart where you're not supposed to carry it, it can give you cancer. Keeping all those toxicity that you're supposed to let out and jet trunk away, that it can get sicknesses. Nowadays, I'm seeing 25-year-old children, 28-year-old children, they're on blood pressure medication. When in those days, our fathers used to reach to the age of 70 before they diagnosed with high blood pressure. Our fathers were used to be into polygamy. They get 3-4 wives with 6 side chicks and 24 children. They used to reach age 60, 70 before they diagnosed them with high blood pressure. This time, 22-year-old children having blood pressure. They on blood pressure medication. And you want to say, oh, they thinking about what? They thinking about their girlfriend, Nunu girl. Now it giving them high blood pressure. The whole course of the world is upturned. One of the reasons why I am particularly careful. I'm 3 years away from being 40. I'm not on any medication. Not on blood pressure medication. By the grace of God, I will not get on it. Because I'm letting nothing sit in my heart. It catch my heart, talking, I finish with it, I move on. The people that I kept in my heart are free. All of them from in my heart jail. So my heart can be free. Because I can keep them in my heart, then they tend to cancer in my chest. I free all of them. I'm not, by the grace of God, I'm not getting on medication just now for high blood pressure. They feel they are not getting enough sun. What happened? My whole body was upside down. My hormones were imbalanced. How did I know my hormones were imbalanced? I normally don't have chest acne. I go see myself having chest acne. I go check. Hormonal imbalance. Vitamin D low. Hey? The doctor placed me on 50,000 IU. 1 tablet every 2 days. I took it the first week. I stopped. I said, you know what? I'm going to spend time out in nature. Then vitamin D, where they pack and say, take it in medicine. If you stand 10 minutes in the sun every day, you will not need to take vitamin D tablets. But Big Pharma will do everything they can to give you medication to take it in. Big Pharma will do everything they can to suppress you with medication. Let's go back to Saul in the Bible. At that time, there were no psychologists. There were no doctors. There was no medication. But they knew a natural remedy that Saul could practice, and that evil spirit will depart. When the evil spirit come back again, they call David. And a high looking with a mental health patient, when they get their medication, they think can seize down. So now they can even sleep. When they wake up, they think come back, oh, you get their medication again, it suppress it. The point I'm trying to make here, it's not that I'm trying to say mental health illness does not exist. Mental health illness does exist. But half the time, it's spiritual. No, 75% of the time is spiritual. The transaction can already be concluded in the spirit. The transaction can already be concluded in the spirit. Then the doctor start giving you physical diagnosis here. Chemical balances on the brain. Thank you. Akamio, let's go to this thing they call chemical imbalance in the brain. Chemical imbalance in the brain, and there is no test, scientific test, that shows what proportion of chemicals, say, for example, in the brain, we still have lithium, we still have hydrogen, we still have mercury. So mercury will be 30%, hydrogen will be 30%, and lithium will be 40%, right? Let's say that how the brain is supposed to be. Then, when the chemical, the imbalance, for example, the lithium that's supposed to be 40% when it go to 25%, and the hydrogen that's supposed to be 30% when it go to 10%, then it means an imbalance, right? That it can cause mental health illness. Assuming that what can cause mental health illness. But now, we should know the chemical components of the brain. And How it can be looking when it altered. But up till now, chemical imbalance in the brain is just a theory. No scientific proof, just a theory. Now me say it. Mental health illness is caused by chemical imbalances in the brain. Okay. What is the balance? What is the equation for the balance before we identify the imbalance? This is just human beings making their own attempt to rationalize why people have mental health illnesses. Because the things your eyes cannot see, you classify as abnormal. I was trying to bring somebody on. They can't come on. Matthew, if you're ready to come on, hit the call button, you come. I don't agree that mental health illness is caused by chemical imbalance in the brain. No. I first have to see the balance before I agree that it's caused by imbalance. Imbalance where? Where is the balance before we talk about the imbalance? There's so many things in this world. At the end of the day, never stop praying. When I say praying, I don't mean you should stay in one place and be shaking your head. No. Open your mouth and declare what you want to see. Open your mouth and declare. Your mouth has the power to change things. The things you want to see in your life, open your mouth and speak them forth. The things you don't want to see in your life, open your mouth and say, I don't want to see this. Speak over your life. Speak over your children's life. Speak over your finances. Speak over your career. And watch those things come happen. Because you are the creator of, you are a co-creator of your life. If God has given you this earth to what? To multiply, be fruitful, have dominion, subdue the earth. What are you waiting for? The spirits that, yeah, they're renting space. I'm just saying, oh, this little girl to do, it really touched me. And I felt like, okay, this may be what is going on with Sata, like a lot of you are saying. But up till now, Sata hasn't found the words to explain what she is seeing, what she has been seeing. What we've just been seeing from Sata is outburst, 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 outburst. You know, a little rudeness here and there. But this girl was able to explain herself. Even when she was explaining to her friend, you could hear her. Even when she decided to put it to writing, you could hear her. Y'all go now. Y'all, thank you for watching. Somebody just text me to ask me if I come and cry. No, I'm not coming cry. I don't know. I wish she didn't go. I didn't know her. But this girl was a great person. I don't know. Guys, your good night, yeah. I want to say thank you, guys. Thank you for the stars. For all of you that sent me stars. Thank you for the stars. Your thank you. And your good night. For those of you that want to order, please inbox me. If you want to place your orders, please inbox me. If you want to call me to ask questions, please inbox me. I'm available immediately after this live. Good night, y'all.